Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, what up? Today I have my perfume and body care layering combinations for you guys using new perfumes that I just recently got in, plus some oldies but goodies that I've had in my collection and just haven't layered. So I'm going to be talking about some pretty interesting combinations here, you guys, but I love them all. Like, these are definitely really good combinations that I feel will get a lot of compliments. I feel like will smell good whether you're around people that you know, people that you don't know. Regardless, I feel like these combinations will definitely get attention. So I'm going to just jump right into it, and I'm going to first start off with this perfume here. This is the Lancome Nuit Tresor a la Folie. So I was very skeptical to get this perfume because I really dislike the regular Nuit Tresor from Lancome. It just was not it for me. It was too much going on in that one. This one is beautiful. I describe this one as a really expensive smelling dessert, okay? Because you definitely get that perfumey aspect. It also smells a little older, a little more classy and sophisticated, because I mean, it's a Lancome fragrance, so it definitely has that kind of like department store, older, mature smelling type of scent profile, but it's not in a bad way. But you really get that heavy dry down of vanilla. It also has a heavy presence of tonka bean, and I really like how this perfume starts out. So it starts out pretty bright. It has red currant in it, and I found that I'm just such a huge fan of perfumes that have a red currant top note, and it keeps it very fresh as well because it has pear and bergamot, and then in the middle notes it has like violet and some other florals, and then in the dry down it has, like I said, that heavy vanilla and tonka bean. It's just very pretty. This is a very pretty fragrance. With this one, I like to play up both sides of it, so I can definitely play up the more gourmand vanilla side because that bourbon vanilla, that tonka bean, the benzoin, and the nutmeg all play a really heavy gourmand role in this fragrance, in my opinion, in the dry down. But I can also play up like that more floral, rosy department store aspect with this one. So I have two combinations. The first one is going to be Raspberry Jam Donut. Raspberry Jam Donut, I feel, is just amazing with layering with other perfumes because it gives them sweetness, it gives them gourmand, but it doesn't make them childish. In my personal opinion, I would never ever say that Raspberry Jam Donut is a childish or kid-like fragrance. It's just so yummy to me. It's so good, and I feel like it pairs with more perfumey scents gorgeously, like literally, because I love it with my Kenzo Flower Elixir, and I also love it with this one as well. It's just so yummy together. But if I want to be more on the sophisticated side and I want to smell more womanly, I would definitely pair this with Whipped Rose Latte from Bath and Body Works as well. The body cream and the spray together just really elevates the rose in this scent. You still get the gourmand dry down, and it's very pretty with Whipped Rose Latte just because this has that cocoa flower and whipped foam note as well. It's not a heavy gourmand, but it does have trace amounts of gourmand in it, so it plays really nicely with this perfume as well. I feel like either combination is a great one with this, and I have been loving both. So Raspberry Jam Donut and Whipped Rose Latte with Lancome Nuit Tresor a la Folie. The next one, you guys saw me talking about this perfume on my community tab, and I was saying how I was going to mix it with a bunch of different things to really get the actual chocolate note from this fragrance that I felt like it was missing. Not necessarily a chocolate note, but more of like a cake note. So this is Pink Sugar's Red Velvet. This smells amazing. I'm a fan of Pink Sugar already. Like, the original will just always be a staple in my collection. So when I heard that they was coming out with Red Velvet, I jumped on it as soon as I saw it. This was a very inexpensive perfume. It was about $20 something, and I know that you can find this one at Burlington, Nordstrom Rack, probably some other places as well. But to me, this one is a slight difference from the original, but it doesn't veer too far off from the original. I feel as though this one has more of a creamy note to it. It definitely is prevalent on the whipped cream note that's in here, and it does have a really bright strawberry note as well that I think makes it different than the original. I don't get any licorice or any sharp heavy notes from this one. It's just very smooth and very creamy, but because they called it red velvet, I wanted it to smell more like the red velvet cake, which is kind of like a chocolate cake with a creamy note. So it has the creamy note already. I'm just wanting to add the chocolate. So I decided to mix it with Bath & Body Works Hot Cocoa and Cream, and this right here is the best combination that I've found with this perfume. So I've also mixed it with Raspberry Jam Donut. I've also mixed it with Strawberry Pound Cake and Mary Mocha from Victoria's Secret Pink. Those are all great combinations with this because they're all, you know, fruity, fun, gourmand. This one is the one that's going to add the most chocolatey, heavy gourmand note to this one to make it smell like an actual red velvet cupcake. You guys, if you have hot cocoa and cream, body cream and spray, I'm telling you, you will smell like the most decadent red velvet cake ever made if you pair these together. So let me know if you guys tried this out, what you think of this one, because I was obsessed with it. I was like, yeah, this is the one. This is the combination that really does it for me with red velvet perfume. So that one is really good. Another one that is really, really good, and I'm actually thinking about wearing this on Valentine's Day because I think this is a really nice Valentine's Day combination. So you guys know I recently got in Paris Hilton Dazzle perfume. I have been loving the Paris Hilton perfumes. They are beautiful, they are long lasting, they smell amazingly good, like very well-rounded, very well put together, not sharp, not screechy, not anything like that. Her perfumes are just really, really good. Dazzle is no different. This one is more of a cherry fragrance. It has some champagne in there as well, and then it's rounded out with florals and patchouli. I can definitely smell the patchouli in this. This one may come off as a little bit of a medicinal type of cherry. I can see that. I've definitely read reviews on Fragrantica of this one saying that it has that kind of medicinal cherry aspect to it. I don't necessarily get that, but I can see how some people can get that because the fruity notes in this is like sour cherry and peach and something else. I can see how those together can give this more of a medicinal feel to it, but to me it's just really, really pretty. The champagne gives it some fizziness, the florals gives it elevation, the patchouli, it's just really, really nice. I really, really like this fragrance. So I decided to mix her with Wild Cherry from Victoria's Secret Pink because y'all know how I feel about this fragrance. Y'all know I love this one, and I always say that this one is not a kiddie fragrance at all. This one is very mature, it's very sexy, it's very grown woman. So I had to put these together, and although I do not have a lotion to pair with both of these, I was thinking about adding in Night Blooming Jasmine because this is a very simple, very soft scent. It just smells like floral jasmine and it's not too heavy. I feel like the combination of all three of these would be a perfect sexy date night womanly fragrance. Very mature, very pretty, just gorgeous and feminine. So I definitely want to put these together, y'all. I smelled Wild Cherry together with Dazzle, and it was just like a match made in heaven. So again, if you have these perfumes, definitely try it out. The Paris Hilton is super, super inexpensive. This one was probably like $20, and this is actually the smallest bottle. They have one that's like a, I don't know, it was like a 5 point something ounce. It's a huge bottle, and that one was, I believe, like $25. So you guys definitely need to jump on this combination if you have it. This next combination is using Be Seduced Girl by John B. This is a take on Carolina Herrera's Good Girl. So it has all the same notes as Good Girl, and to me it smells like it as well. I think they did a really good job with this, I guess, imitation fragrance because it smells really, really good. I asked a lot of you guys, what do y'all usually mix Good Girl with? And a lot of people said Dahlia. And yes, I do love Good Girl with Dahlia because I have Good Girl Supreme, and that's what I was actually mixing with Dahlia when I first got it. But for whatever reason, I have been craving mixing this with Cashmere Glow. So I have the body cream and the spray, and for whatever reason, I feel like it would pair really, really nice with Cashmere Glow because this one is Golden Peach, Lily Petal, Shimmering Vanilla, Cashmere Musk. So while it's a very simple fragrance, it just smells really classy, really feminine. It's so pretty. You definitely get that heavy peach note. You definitely get the vanilla, and it's wrapped in a blanket of cashmere. And so I feel like it just adds a nice compliment to the John B. Seduced Girl perfume and just makes it so pretty and so nice. Yep, the Cashmere Glow just makes this one so much more pretty. Not that saying that this one isn't gorgeous, but I feel like the Cashmere Glow just adds a nicer, more feminine touch to it than the Dahlia does. So these right here, this is another really good option for Valentine's Day if you are going out at night and you just need something, you know, very sexy, very seductive. I feel like this combination right here will do it for you. Two more combinations. These can also be worn for Valentine's Day. I feel like these are, well, actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, all of these combinations can be worn for Valentine's Day. I didn't even realize it. I didn't do that on purpose, but I feel like all of these combinations could be worn for Valentine's Day. So these next ones are more light, more airy, more floral, more daytime appropriate. So we have Victoria's Secret Floral Elixir. This was one of the other elixirs from that collection that I really like. Y'all know I loved Rouge Elixir. This is the other one that I bought from that collection, and this one is Scarlet Rose Pink Pepper Budding Romance. This is another one that I feel like was a very sexy fragrance but perfumey at the same time. So this one does have a really heavy floral aspect, but it's done in that sexy Victoria's Secret way where it kind of smells seductive as well. This is very pretty, very feminine, very nice. So that's the reason why I like this one. And it smells really nice mixed with Coach Floral Blush. This one is very simple. It's a tart floral fragrance. It's goji berries, it's grapefruit, peony, and then it has some musk in there. So it's just a soft, feminine, pretty scent, and it's heavier on the florals. So it complements this one really nice. It gives this one a little bit more of a fruity aspect because the goji berries in here, but together they still smell, like I said, very floral, but in that kind of sexy romantic type of way, which is why I think these would be really nice for Valentine's Day. So they just complement each other really nicely, and this will give me a chance to use my Coach Floral Blush because, for one, I don't use it enough, so much so to the point where I'm always forgetting the name of this perfume, but it's just really nice, and I think it will go good for the springtime. So these two together, really nice combination. And then the very last one we have here is Victoria's Secret Velvet Petals Crystal. So I did buy all of the scents from the Crystal line, but I will admit that I was a little bit disappointed with these fragrances because they didn't wow me. So Velvet Petals Crystal is Opulent Jasmine and Prismatic Berries. So for this one, I decided to mix it with Tease Heartbreaker, another one that I feel like together they just make like a really perfect Valentine's Day combination. Tease Heartbreaker is actually very simple and it's heavy on the vanilla, but it does have starfruit and it has pink lotus in it as well. So it has, you know, a fruity floral pretty aspect to it. And then same thing with Velvet Petals, it has a pretty floral fruity aspect to it with the berries and the jasmine. Together they kind of give off this musky, perfumey, floral, fruity vibe, which it sounds complicated, but it's really not. It's actually very pretty. Together, I sprayed these on my arm together, and it's just very comforting. It's very floral and fruity. It's sweet, but they smell really nice together. Like, definitely a compliment getter. These two are a little bit on the sexy side, but they're strong and perfumey as well. So I really actually like these two together, and I think that this would be a nice option for Valentine's Day, probably during the day, but this can actually go into night as well, just because of that like heavy vanilla presence in the Tease Heartbreaker. So this is the last combination that I have for you guys. So that is it, you guys. Those are all the combinations that I had to show you guys today. I hope y'all enjoyed seeing them. Like I said, all of these would actually be really good for Valentine's Day, and I didn't even notice it. But yeah, if you guys try these combinations out or you have your own combinations with any of these products, go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and leave me a comment down below letting me know that you enjoyed it. If you're new, sis, thank you so much for watching. You should definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button, join the Fragrance and Beauty Army, as well as that bell notification so that you can be notified every single time that I upload a video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.